property because you think it costs too much. So these are some of the tools that you may want to make sure that you have. By the way, some of you got that iPad deal, right? How many of you guys got that iPad system? With Don, I know you did, right? The iPad with Don Rosa, the software, with the apps? No? Okay, I know some of you. But you can, with an iPad is a very cool tool right now because you can keep all of your everything together with you on your iPad. I think it's portable. So you always want to have an electronic measuring device. Obviously measures the entire room, so it saves you a lot of time so you know how much paint to use. Having a tape measure, 2 different screwdrivers, flashlight. Of course, if you have an iPhone, you probably have that flashlight app on your phone, so you can use that. My phone is pretty bright, but I still recommend a flashlight. Binoculars, so you can see the roof and the birds. There's a new movie out for that. Napkins, so you can dust off your hands. And insect repellent. Anybody walk through a house that you got bitten up by fleas and termites and all kinds of fun things? I have. Not fun. All right, these are some other tools that you may want to have. Pliers, electrical outlet probe, poncho in case it's raining, camera. Most of you have iPhones, but still I recommend a separate camera. By the way, I would definitely recommend you take a picture of the house, front of the house first, so that you remember which house the rest of the pictures are. Yes, Russ is nodding. I've come home after looking at 5 or 6 houses at the end of the day, load up all my photos, and I have no idea which house I was looking at. So get the address of it. I'll also take a picture of the neighborhood so you can remember that. And then clipboard, obviously the clipboard, keep everything together. Your inspection forms and pen and pencils, pretty standard information. So you want to look at the outside of the property first. And then you want to look at all the different systems. So you want to be systematic about this. I mean, all this stuff is obvious, but you want to be systematic about it. And I'll tell you a story. Well, I'll do that in a second. But you want to look at out and inside the house, right about the systems, whether they're missing, broken, or in good condition. You want to make sure you hit on every single one of those. Don't miss out on any of them. The plumbing and sanitation is really critical. If you have septic or if you have wells and you don't get them properly inspected, you could lose everything. In fact, you not only lose your profit, but you could lose money on it. So you definitely want to do that before you even buy the property. You put that in as something that you get to inspect. You're going to check the bathrooms and the kitchens, and then obviously the rest of the rooms in the houses, and then you can add up everything that it's going to cost you. This is the #1 source of property damage is water, right? Even before Hurricane Irene came through, water was just the biggest deal here. And so you want to look for that all over the place. So you're going to take pictures and you're going to click and you're going to sketch things out. So if you have graph paper, that helps. I've been through a couple houses that they were so big I got lost, so I couldn't figure out which one went to the other one, so you may want to do that. And you want to start outside, go around twice, eye level up and down. Now if any of you know me, you know that I tend to lose things. I lose things a lot. I don't know why. It's something I inherited from my father. He had better traits, but that one I inherited from him, and I'm always losing things. So sure enough, I was missing my cell phone, so I was looking all over the place. And of course, I remember the last place that I used it was by the fax machine. I was looking up a phone number, faxing it, looked all around, and then just by chance, I happened to look down, and that's where my phone was. So this is really critical. You want to look eye level down and then eye level up. Make sure that you don't miss anything. Look in the corners, look in the crevices. If it's a radiator, see if you can determine, especially if it's a vacant house, it could be a radiator as split because it wasn't winterized in time. So you want to be checking all those different things. And that's the key thing, is to just be systematic. Then you're going to go inside the house. The kitchens and the bathrooms are the most important thing, right? That's why how people buy houses, kitchens and baths. You want to measure the room that you're in and sketch it. Again, if you have one of those laser, measuring tapes, that'll make your life a lot easier. Yes, Chairman.
Also, either if you have an iPhone, iPad, or Android platform, they have applications you can take a picture of the room and actually put dimensions in.
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool apps out there. If you have the iPad, Don DeRosa was here at the beginning of the month. He was demonstrating a lot of stuff that he's put together with it. You can just save yourself a whole lot of time. So that's kind of a system for inspecting things. But I want to...
Thank you for scheduling it.
Can I pick on him?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, it's the 3rd time.
George has also been a member for like forever, so...
Have him sing a song.
Yeah.
No, don't do
No.
that.
That'd definitely be punishment for us. All right, so any questions that you have about inspecting houses or what to look for in a house? Anything that you are having trouble with or goofing up with, or any kind of questions at all about the inspection of stuff while you're here in the room? No? Yes, sure.
Of course, you will have to call an expert, right? Certain situations, you will have to call an expert. You will take
Yes.
an expert.
You definitely have to call an expert for both a septic and for a well. You can't just look at it, because they're underground,
Termites,
you don't
too.
know, yeah. Yes, Laura?
If you're wholesaling, are you doing an oil tank test?
If you're wholesaling or you're doing an oil tank test, here's my feeling about it. If you're wholesaling, the more work you do on the property, the bigger your wholesale fee that you can command. So it's up to you. If you can, and you can assure the person that it's going to be okay, then you save them a lot of heartache, and you could probably charge more money. But otherwise, I would put it in the disclosure and say, you know what, if you want to do this, you should inspect it yourself. Yeah, oil tank, thank you for bringing that up though. Buried oil tanks are also huge. A lot of them are perfectly fine, but realtors and a lot of people are nervous about it. Yeah, Lou, you want to say
Yeah,
something?
Linda, there's no state law that says that you have to remove an oil tank unless it's 2,000 gallons or more. But a lot of the realtors won't list it unless you either have them tested or have them removed.
Gotcha.
And most of the banks won't write mortgages with in-ground tanks.
Did you all hear that over there? Yeah. So it's really critical, and I don't know if Linda is here tonight, Linda Packard. She had a humongous oil tank, and it cost there was a leak in one little area, and it cost $14,000 to pull that thing out and replace it. And she negotiated that with the seller. So it can really break down the budget. So definitely something. Yeah. No.
Mold. Mention mold.
Mold is very important, and there's a lot of mold here in Connecticut. Have you noticed? There's water, and therefore there's mold. There is a type of mold that's dangerous. You have to learn how to investigate one or the other. Do you want to say?
Linda, that's
Yep.
1 in a million. It's
Yep.
black mold, they call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
very
you
rare
It has
that
nothing to do with the color of the
Yeah.
mold.
right. It has to do with
There
that
you
it's
go.
dangerous. So there's some mold testing kits and what's that?
The toxicity.
Toxicity, exactly. And the thing that always makes it, are there any home inspectors here? Okay, so I can say this. Home inspectors, their job is to inspect your home, and they represent the buyer, right? But the way they do their reports, if there's mold in a lot of different rooms, instead of just saying there's mold in various places in the house, they list it about 10 different times, and they always follow it up by saying this could be dangerous to your health. So you have to educate your buyer, if they're not educated, that this is, whether it's good or bad, that they need to know about it. But it's usually not as big a deal as that the house inspection makes it look. On the other hand, there are some people who've gotten sick with mold, so you do need to be aware of it. What else?
Lead,
Lead?
lead paint.
Lead paint. What about it? You should know something about it, yeah. So guess what? Housing stock here in Connecticut is 100 years old. Guess what?
It's got
they
lead.
use lead paint. So anything that was built prior to 1978 has lead paint in it unless it's been remediated. There's a lead disclosure form. You just want to check off that unless there's been a report, down at the health department that there's been a problem with lead, then you want to check off that it's unknown. And you want to sign off on that you don't know it, that you have no idea if there's lead or not. Dar? Yeah, Joanne?
It's real simple. In Connecticut, we have a lead safe, not a lead free. So as long as there's no peeling paint, you're good to go.
And she should know, she was a lobbyist for this. So this is Joanne and Lou, they're the other coaches in the coaching program. There is a new federal law that affects painting. If you are going to take out anything of 3x3? Yeah. If you're going to remove anything that's larger than 3x3, you need to be, it's supposed to be done by a lead certified person. There are lead certified classes all over the place. I will say what's interesting is down in Florida, it takes at least 6 months to a year to get into a class. They don't inspect it as often, but up here, because our housing stock is so old, it's definitely something you want to be aware of. There are huge fines if you don't follow those regulations. There's a lot of things that you can do to take care of it. I just recommend that you become educated about it. Sherwin-Williams, for example, has information about lead classes so that you can be certified, or hire contractors that can be
It's
certified.
an 8-hour class.
8-hour class. So yeah, Lou took care of it. So, and if it affects whether you're buying to sell or if you are renting it out, so.
Even if you're a landlord, if you're a contractor, if you're replacing windows or doors, you need to be certified.
Yeah. So don't mess around with it, okay? Don't freak out about it, but don't mess around with it, yeah.
That lead certification, is that something we could take as,
Absolutely, anybody can take it.
So if I took it and I had to do something larger than 3x3, I could technically do it?
Yep.
Yes.
Lou?
By the way, you can
Yeah.
become a home improvement contractor in the state of Connecticut without any license. It's like $200 or $250 a year. You register with the state that you are a home improvement contractor, and now you're a home improvement contractor. So there's no test to take. I would recommend it, especially because a lot of supply houses only will sell to contractors. So if you have that home contractor
Go
license,
down to the
document.
Department of Consumer Protection in Hartford.
Yeah, it's with that's right. So if you go to the state of Connecticut's Consumer Protection website, it's a way for you to register with them. Obviously, you're not going to sue yourself, but it is a way for you
That's
to
the
be
building
registered.
directly opposite the Bushnell Theater.
Absolutely.
Oh, it is? Is that
Yes.
oh, that's what that building is, okay.
That's what that building is.
Anything else that you found that you should be looking out for, or gotchas, or anything else that would share? Yeah, Mel.
Termites.
Termite inspections, any kind of bug inspection. Carpenter ants, all kinds of things can destroy the houses. I was shocked that termites was a big deal in the north. I always thought it was down in the south. But we definitely have termite damage here, so you could take classes to learn what to look for. You could bring somebody in to inspect it to make sure there's not too much damage on it. So definitely something. You knock around on all the different walls and it starts crumbling, you probably have a termite problem. It can be expensive. All those kinds of things can be expensive. Anything else? Asbestos. Lou, you want to talk about
Yeah,
asbestos?
asbestos is usually not a problem unless you disturb it. You can encapsulate it, or you can have it removed. Usually the encapsulation is a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But it's not a big problem.
Okay.
If you're doing a heating system where you're changing a boiler that's covered with it, you have to have it removed if you're going to take the boiler out.
Okay.
What we've done on several occasions is we just blocked them in and left them in the basement.
Nice.
Put cement blocks around them, cement them in permanently.
Cement them in. There you go. Along with the bodies that are there, right? Right, Alan, go ahead.
What's the solution for asbestos siding?
What's the solution for asbestos
Nah.
siding?
Paint it.
Asbestos siding is not a problem because the only time you get a problem with asbestos siding is if you're cutting into it or drilling into it. You can cover over it with vinyl siding or aluminum siding. The only time it becomes a problem if you're going to demolish the building, then you have to have it professionally removed.
Cool. Good.
And you can also buy replacement shingles that are made out of fiberglass and cement now, so that if you have to repair, you don't have to repair them with asbestos. They're available in cement and fiberglass.
And you can match up
Yeah,
the shingles?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And you can paint it just like regular siding.
By the way, there's also, talking about lead, there's definitely programs out there to help with the lead remediation. If you run into these situations, you want to do your research to find out about grants. Actually, Chris Johnson's going to be talking about grants on the 30th also. And there's a lot of grants out there right here in the state of Connecticut to help with things like lead or any of these other challenges that you may, upgrading your heating and cooling. There's there's these audits, energy audits, they're still going on. Have any of you gotten an energy audit for your own personal home? Yeah. So they're definitely out there. If you don't know about them, they charge you like $75. They come through, they find all the leaks in the house, and then they replace all the light bulbs. They give you certificates for your appliances if they're too old. And then heating and cooling, they give you a big discount, big tax benefit. They also blow-in insulation, they give you a big discount on that also. So you can use that. What people don't realize is you can use it for commercial properties. So for those of us that have apartments, it's definitely worth having them come in and estimate it. And if you are renting to lower income people, there's even more help with that. But it can save you a whole lot of money right now because they want to help people save money. It's sponsored through CLMP and United Illuminating. So. And if you're from, anybody not from Connecticut, we usually get some folks from outside the state. Yeah, Laura, you're from New York and New Jersey and all that, so there's probably programs like that down there. So, great. Anything else about home inspections, what to look for, gotchas? Cool. Oh, yes, Jeremy.
When you're evaluating a house that you're looking to purchase, make sure you ask if things are actually going with the property, because not everything is a fixture. Some things can be personal property.
Yes, you definitely want to grab as much stuff as you can when you're buying the house, so if you see something there that you like, write it into the contract. But they'll disappear with the chandelier, that beautiful chandelier, they'll take that off and take it with them. They'll take light bulbs with you, so unless you specify, you definitely want to do that. You say, I want the car in the driveway, you know, sometimes that comes to the house. A lot of times we're a estate sale, so ask them. All right, good, so congratulations, let's give a round of applause for that. And Luke and Shimmick, where are you? I saw you in the background there. Say hi. Hi. These guys are doing the rehab subgroup on Friday night, Friday the 28th for the VIPs, the people that are VIP registrants for the trade show, and their house is up in Glastonbury. Do you want to say a little something about the house that you're going to be showing off, like how you found it and what's interesting about it?
Yeah, we
Why don't
found
you
it,
come on up?
was a...
Why don't you stand up here? Come on up.
Come on up.
Come on up. These guys were in the coaching program. They've met each other somehow or other, and they've been investing for a very long time. They look very young, but they've been investing longer than most of us here. So, oh, good.
How's everyone? All right. How's everyone? All right, good. So we found the property. It's from a close friend of ours that we've been investing with for years. He's just far away and he can't do the project, so we decided to take it on. But it's a 2,800 square foot raised ranch in Glastonbury in a high-end neighborhood. It's about 2,800 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, and it's a light rehab. And we have it under contract for $185,000, and right now the appraised value as is $325,000. So the numbers are pretty good. We had a similar deal last year that was the deal of the year. And this is an old MLS photo. I just haven't had time to take a picture of it. We've been busy doing septic inspections and well inspections. So that's the property. Everything's come out on really good. You know, all the tests have been positive, and it's a light rehab. We're going to do some refinishing of the hardwood floors, fresh paint throughout, and a couple other cosmetic things.
So when you come on Friday night, you'll be able to walk through the property. You'll be able to find out how they acquired the property, what the numbers are, what they expect to do, what they expect not to do, which is just as important, and how they plan to market it to resell it. So it's an opportunity to find out what's going on right here in Connecticut. So I definitely encourage you all to come to that. So.
Yeah, definitely come.
Yeah.
Bring money.
Sure.
What do you anticipate your expenses are going to be?
Probably somewhere around about $20,000 on that one.
That's all?
Yeah, it's a light rehab on that one.
The taxes on this property are less than our 1,600 square foot rehab single family in Waterbury. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Well, no. It is what it is.
It is. Oh, that's right. Cool.
It's Waterbury for you.
Yeah. Hey, don't diss my town. Okay.
I like Waterbury. Pull a lot more out of there.
You definitely pull it. So please give them a round of applause. All right. So before we're going to go into our speed networking in just a few minutes, but before we do that, we're going to do raffle tickets. So hopefully you all have raffle tickets. And does anybody have anything they want to sell? Any CTRIA members, if you have something you want to sell. So this is your chance. So come on up over here. See, you have to be a member to do this. And we do this every month, so it's an opportunity. As I said, we have a lot of active investors here. And so they come up and they'll say what the property is and all that. And in the meantime, Nicole, can you make sure everybody has a raffle ticket? Yes. Anybody not have a raffle ticket? That's good. It makes things go much faster. All right, so get your pens and papers out, and they're going to talk. They have 30 seconds each to describe the property, to give their name and their phone number, so you can call them, and hopefully they'll be here at the end of the night. So, Alan, we'll let you go for it.
Okay, I have a wholesale deal in Talent.
You got to hold up like this. Microphone 101. There you go. There you go.
Wholesale deal in Tolland, 1,850 square feet, split level, 1960. Needs about 60,000 in repairs. The price is $109, and the ARV is $250. Nice neighborhood. Got vaulted ceilings, new roof, septic and well are working condition. Just needs the remodeled bathrooms, kitchen, paint, some drywall repair, and that's about it. Oh, my name's Alan, and phone number 860-202-8739, or you can see me after the meeting or during. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan.
Hello, my name is Dan. I have an opportunity for somebody who wants to park some money for a while and earn a strong rate of return on it as an equity share partner. I have a single-family home that I can acquire up in New Milford for $330. It's appraised right now for $410, so I can share $80,000 worth of equity. So for somebody who can bring anywhere between $100 and $330 to the table, let's say, example, if you brought $330 to the table and you got $33,000 back, that's a 10% return. So that's easy enough to do with $80,000 worth of equity to share. So if you have some money, this would be an opportunity just to park it where the money goes to work and you don't have to do anything. I'll do everything else. My name is Dan. My number is 203-483-5758.
Awesome, thank you. Michelle?
Okay, I got a bunch of stuff coming up this week. I'm going to be going down to New Haven on Sunday and seeing probably 7 properties, so if anybody's down in the New Haven area, pay attention. I'm going to have some new stuff down there. But right now, and where's Luke? I've got a single family in Waterbury for you. It's actually all been done over. The gentleman rehabbed it. It's a really nice property. For a renter, I would say. It's more of a rental area. Beautiful inside. He's got the new kitchen. He's got the new exterior siding. Everything's been done to the property. $55,000. Guy needs to get out. That one's on my site on iwantthebestdeals.com. I also have a 2-family in Meriden coming up this week for $130,000. Super nice. It's all been done over, rehab, beautiful. There's some flexibility there as well. That one's not out there yet. And then I also have a rehab in Hartford coming. It's a 6-unit. It's a gut. Guy will probably take around $50,000. That one's not on my site yet. He'll probably even come down from that, maybe 40 or 30. That one's not on my site yet, but pay attention, it will be. And I've got other things coming.
Thank you very much. Oh, what's your phone number, Michelle? How do they?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 860-335-0681, and my site is iwantthebestdeals.com.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name's Gene.
Hey, Gene.
I have a property. It's a little up the road. It's in Gardner, Massachusetts, if there's anyone from that area around here. It's a nice place, 4 bedrooms, 1,400 square feet. Just needs some updating, a little bit of light rehab. It's $55,000. Comps in the area are 120 and 180. And it's a pretty nice place. Just, like I said, some minor cosmetics. I got a little flyer to give you some more information. My number is 203-433-0202.
Hi, my name's Craig. I have a package of 4 condos in Waterbury. 3 of them are rented and rehabbed at $850 a month. The 4th is currently being rehabbed. There's the seller is offering seller financing. She'll finance up to 50% for 3 years interest only. Again, my name is Craig. My number is 203-232-9124.
Price?
$180,000.
For all 4.
For all 4.
Wow.
Nice. That's nice. Cool.
Good evening. My name is Dan. Phone number is 860-345-3569. I have a single-family house in Meriden, completely rehabbed, top to bottom, in and out. Complete turnkey property listed for $209,900. If anybody's interested, give me a call. Again, my number is 860-345-3569. Thank you.
A lot of new people here, so I'm Bruce. I've got a 12 family up in Vernon Rockville. It's been paying my bills for the last couple of years. A lot of cash coming out of it. Aggressively repriced at $295,000. If you've got $50,000 in cash or equity in something else or an interesting trade or whatever, get creative. You got to have some skin in the game somehow, but definitely willing to work on it. Number is 860-983-3424. Easier is just call bruceformoney@gmail.com. Call bruceformoney@gmail.com, and hey, just talk to me.
Awesome.
My name is Rich, and we have partners in Tennessee and also in Pennsylvania. We basically have teams in place in those areas, so we do full rehabs, and you can do flips, or we do buy and holds there for you. And we usually turn the properties within 30 days. So, you know, down there you can buy a property for probably mid-20s, turn it around in 30 days and probably get low 40s for it. So it's a good return on investment. So my number is 860-836-2442, or you can email rich@paradigmhomes.com, paradigmhomeseast.com.
Perfect. Thanks very much, Rich. Great. And Mel, last one.
Hi, I'm Mel. I have under contract a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house in East Hartford. It's an estate property. It needs some rehab, some upgrade, about $3,000 worth. ARV is about $135. We're asking $73 for it. If you can find me a handyman buyer, I'll give you a $500 finder's fee, or if you know somebody who wants to rehab it, send it along. My phone number is 860-299-3486. 860-299-3486.
All right, so please give all of them a round of applause. You know, just remember, do your own due diligence. You know, just, you know, make sure that you know what you're doing. It's your money. As Joanne and Lou remind me constantly, nobody takes care of your money better than you. So make sure that you do the numbers and everything else. If you're sitting in the back, you're going to want to find a seat because we're about to go into speed networking. So this is it. And if you have things on, empty seats, we would bring them up. Joanne and Victoria, we got a couple seats up here if you want to come on up. So here's what we're going to